Happy holidays. Come on now. Happy holidays, everybody. Happy
Happy
holidays.
holidays.
There you go. There you
We
go.
haven't heard this tune in a while
No.
from you.
I know. I hope that some of you are like, like it was like a good like trigger, like, oh my gosh, activate holiday plan now. It's like the secret song all
Bing.
around the world. All these direct sellers and small business owners are ready to get into Christmas action. I love it, which is different than Christmas in July, which is why we're not talking about it during Christmas in July. It's not the same
Exactly.
thing. These two are not the
Exactly.
same.
And
Christmas in
it's not
July is
Christmas in August. It's,
exactly. It's
yeah.
getting ready because Christmas in July is an excuse to get a lot of sales, and that's fine. Take it for what it is, but that is not a Christmas marathon. And when I say Christmas, I mean the holidays. Happy holidays. So if you do not celebrate Christmas, that is you don't stop listening because Christmas happens to be many things, including, yes, a major time for people to be buying gifts and shopping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And for
Mm,
themselves.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
not
So,
just for others.
no, yes, exactly. So, as a result, historically, if you're new to the podcast, the Potty Pod podcast in the last year, hello, it's so good to have you, and you are part of the Roxtalks community. What you don't know is that one of my major mountains, dying on the mountain, but I am like putting a banner on it, is getting you ready for the holiday season. And I think we need to go into like why that's so important.
Mm.
Because if
Okay.
you don't go there, it's like, why is she talking about Christmas? Tell me she's not talking about Christmas. One of my instructors, I was taking a shred class at my gym, and she was complaining about how she went to Costco and Costco had um ribbon already for Christmas. And she's like, not yet. Come on now, people. So she's like, I'm not going back till February, which is a lie because you can't buy that much in Costco. You do have to go back before then. But here's the deal. That I'm not talking about it just so that like I can like sell you on Christmas before anyone else does. That's not the goal. I'm talking about it now because you have to have a plan and play and start that right now. In fact,
Mm-hmm.
you may have noticed that last week we talked about list building, and there's
Mm.
a reason for that. Because your list, if you don't have anyone to sell Christmas to, guess what? You're not gonna. Now is the time for that. Anyhow, you go back and watch that, listen to that episode, or
Yes.
watch it because it is like fire and gold and amazing. Right, Terry Bear tearing up my heart.
It's so good. So juicy.
Oh, but right now that you know that, let's talk about the plan and why you need the plan. So back in the day, I was a host on International Shopping Network, and that's where I first learned from my mentors like the importance. I hadn't done retail before that. I didn't know. For those of you who have done retail, you probably know that there's some things that maybe you're like, I wasn't the grand poobah, but you know that there were things in place because around October, like things just showed up. They don't just show up without a plan. That
Mm-hmm.
plan happened prior. The reason this is important is this: people are in a buying mood and spirit for the last 3 months of the year. That's one.
Mm-hmm.
Two, how you do, how much you sell, how many people you recruit and during that time dictates how you're going to do the first 3 months of the year.
Ooh. Mm-hmm.
Mhm. So literally, when you're thinking about the holiday season, it it really determines half of the year. And let's be real, I know you guys never want to think about it when we're in the summertime, but you know that in the summertime you check out, they check out. Your numbers typically are not what you'd want them to be in the summer. They're not because that's the way it is. But if you have a really great 6 months prior or around there, yeah, 6 months prior, that's right. That makes up for all the things.
Mm-hmm.
So it determines. There's a reason
Those.
Black Friday was called Black Friday, not because of the color, which I do love the color black, but because of the fact that in the numbers, like when you think about accounting, businesses would be in the red all year long. And that one day, that Black Friday, that kickoff to the holiday season traditionally, although now it's a lot sooner, as you know that would get them in the black. So red would be like negative. We spent more money than we made. And that one day would get them in the black for the whole entire year. It's magic.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That is a great way to think about it. That as business owners, I think we need to put on the hat that not every month you're gonna like keep having amazing, amazing, amazing sales. Maybe you do. That's awesome. But it does fluctuate.
Totally. Totally.
And
Uh,
knowing that your summer is slow, okay, take this time, plan so you can really cushion yourself here coming up in the last half of the year.
I love that you said that because a good example of fluctuation is this. When you have a month where you or your company does like a site-wide 20% off, 30% off, or one get one free, guess who's not shopping the next month? The people who shopped the month before.
Me, I got what I needed. I bought for 3 months. Thank you.
That right there. Exactly. And so you need to realize that that's the same thing with the holidays. Now you might say, okay, well, why would I want to do holiday specials if I know that's going to happen? Because people are in the mood and they're looking for ways to spend their money.
Mm-hmm.
There's only a finite amount of dollars, right? So money doesn't grow on trees. Your mama told you that a long time ago, and you know it's true. Or if you have a Dollar Tree, not a dollar tree, but a tree that money grows on, you're keeping it to yourself, and you should really share it with the rest of us. Don't be like J-Lo and hide all your beauty secrets. So you have to realize that they want to spend this money. They're going to spend it somewhere. And the reason you're seeing Christmas start sooner and sooner and sooner the season is because big companies realize, oh, wait, if we're first to the well, we get most of or all of the water. It's really it comes down to. This
Yeah.
is not to scare you. This is to let you realize that you do need to have a plan in place right now.
Right now?
Right. Well, start formulating. Heck yes. We're in August. Heck yes to the
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, right now, people, you pause this podcast. No, just kidding. Don't pause it yet. Listen to it into its entirety
Yes.
because we do have something to make this easy for you.
Do we? Yes. Okay. Yes. I remember like back in the beginning days when I was like, all right, network marketers, right, all right, social sellers, all right, right, business owners, you need to have a holiday plan in place. They looked at me like I was side-eyed. But the small few stayed around and got it. And they're like, oh my gosh, had a great holiday season. The next year, more people are like, I hear you know what to do with the holidays. I'm like, I know you know what to do with the holidays. Last year, we did a whole ultimate holiday workshop.
Workshop. Oh, that was so good.
Right?
So good.
Good. So good. We're not doing that this year. If you haven't heard me for the last 3 years, and you're like, why not, Roxanne? If it works, why are you trying to break it? If it ain't broke, don't try and fix it. Because I'm a manifestor. We don't do the same thing over and over again.
That's literally what I was going to say. I was going to say, because she's a manifester and you missed the train. Bye.
If I was anyone else, we would do this on repeat. Am I right?
Yes. Yes. But that's too boring.
For
No.
me, it is. But that doesn't mean that the content, juicy, good content is not there. Y'all, I've got the strategy for you. You can see it in many different iterations, the steps. I think I even put the workbook. The workbook is even available. Like, y'all, just get off your duffs. Yeah, I think I did that. It was a process. I was like, okay. Because there's so much Christmas stuff. I even said, listen, if I forgot something, I'll add it to it. Here's the deal. I did this my Christmas in July because my Christmas in July was getting married, just in case you were wondering.
Forget the 4th of July. We are getting married Christmas in July.
Oh, you're going to get some people mad. We do love the United States of America, and we love our independence.
We do. And I love that day. I was celebrating.
I was traveling. No, I'd already traveled.
You were there. You were there.
I was flitting around being a bride. Let me just tell you this, okay?
Yes.
Saying my life.
She was the white and the red, white, and blue.
I was.
Anyways.
My stylist sidebar. My stylist, I got my hair done and she's telling me I'm coming too soon. She's like, you coming too soon? I'm like, I don't know. I just started mermaid locks. I don't know when to come and not to come. Anyway, she's like, I saw your Instagram stories, which are highlights, by the way, now. Did you see my pretty highlights? I did a nice job.
I saw them. I didn't click through them because I watched them in real time.
Yes, but they're there. So, and she's like, what I can't believe is that you wore white the entire time. I go, I know. It was so great. She's like, how did you not get it dirty? And she's like the 3rd or 4th, 5th, 10th person who's asked me that. And I said, there's a trick. And I learned this a long time ago. There's a trick to wearing white and not getting dirty. Okay. It's not like, oh, I can only have rosé or white wine. It's not like, oh, I can only eat clear things, substances. That's not what it is. It's not giving up. That was my bleep. When you don't worry about getting stuff on your white clothing, you don't get stuff on your white clothing. Y'all, I'm telling you. It probably goes back to the whole thing about, I learned this one of my coaches. So you know the word no, our brain does not comprehend the word no. That does not mean, let me put that in the right context, okay? Because no means no. But when you tell yourself you're not going to do something, like, I'm not going to eat gummy bears, which I've had to try and tell myself repeatedly. Your
It only
brain
knows the
hears
positive
gummy bears,
of
gummy
it.
bears,
Yeah,
gummy bears,
gummy bears.
right? So when you say something like, I'm not going to get anything on my white clothes, like, get it on there, get it on there. You made it a magnet.
I'm going to try that out, but here's what I really think the solution was.
What?
Have so many white outfits, as soon as you spill, you change. Never wear it
Sounds
again.
very sensible, but I never had to do that. And I wore my aloe, or as Scott calls them, aloe sweats in white, traveling.
Oh, okay.
Traveling. I got on multiple planes.
Yes.
Whatever, that way and back. And I had a little bit of thing that could be dusted off. That was it.
Wow, that's
Traveling.
impressive.
I'm telling you.
You guys, if you get anything from this podcast, screw the holidays. It's how to wear white.
How to wear whites. How to look like. Yes. Okay. Sorry. We get back to the subject at hand. It's very important. That's a bit like, y'all try it and you'll come back and go, Rocky, you're right. If I don't give up, then it's all good.
Got it. I'm doing it. Yes.
Where were we with that? Wearing white.
So can people get the past holiday things? I think that's what you were alluding to.
I was alluding to the fact that like July was wedding for me, and so like energetically, it's all there. It's all there. It's amazing. It's juicy stuff. By the way, it's stuff that like literally small business owners like you have grown their business in a big major way from it. You have the breakdown of like your social media strategy. You have the breakdown on parties, on how to do corporate gifts, on like how to set up the like specials or use specials based on what your company suggests. You even have like information on how to track it. And so you can look back and go, this works, this is working, let me pivot. You got all that, and you've got the like rah-rah sis kumbah in there. I put our podcast episodes, by the way, as well too, about the holidays in there, just so you know.
Wow.
So it's so great. And so at the end of July, I was like, okay, I'm gonna give this away. I'm just gonna give it away. See, if I just mention it, I'm gonna give it away and say, listen, y'all, you need to, like, my one thing is you can have it for free or complimentary, whatever you want to call it, but you just got to use it. Don't sit on it. And so I did. I opened the vault, closed back the vault. The vault's closed. Well, you know, there's always people who hear about things like, I wanted it. And right now I'm not selling it. I'm literally giving it away. And so it's like, you need access to it again. I get that. Okay. Did you hear that noise? That noise was the elf named Tear Bear, tearing up my heart, running back over to the safe. He happened to grab that old skeleton key and unlocked it. And she was pulling it open.
Prying it open for you guys.
Open the Christmas vault. The lights, all the Christmas colored and Hanukkah colored lights just came on.
You guys, happy holidays. We have a gift for you.
Happy holidays. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. I was snapping like I didn't have rhythm. I was stepping on the 1 and 2. That's funny. It's 2, 4. You know if you know. So yeah, it's open. I'm opening it back. And listen, if you already have it, you're doing a disservice to anyone else on your team or anyone else that you know by not telling them, hey, here's the vault. Go get it.
Here's the vault. Let's go through this together and plan our holiday season now in August.
Yeah.
We'll give you a little leeway if you wait till September. Tiny leeway. But get the vault now.
Yes. So don't share don't do that. Don't share your login. That's just not right. Just let them know they can get it for free too.
Yeah. We sold this last year, you guys. We sold
and the year before.
This and the year before for money. You're welcome.
What else would we be selling it for?
Only fans.
Wow. Oh wow.
JK. Okay.
I'm a married woman, okay? I don't do that.
Roxanne, it's time we have that chat.
time out. If you do it and you're married, I'm not judging you. I'm just saying my husband would not be down for it. That's all I'm saying. No judgment here on this podcast. You do
No
you make you get your bag, girl. You get your bag, as they say, as the kids say.
Find me on OnlyFans. I am married. No, just kidding.
Which is totally fine. And all right now, people are looking up Urban Dictionary. What does get your bag mean? Get your bag.
You guys, this was fun. Maybe too fun. Should we go to behind the scenes?
Let's. What's going on with you?
You guys, okay, so I have, by the time you're listening to this, I'll have way more, but I have in a month and a half put 100 miles on my bike. Pedal bike, outside bike.
Wow.
I was pretty proud of myself when I saw that number pop up. I was like,
You're like
100?
Lance Armstrong, but without the drugs and the attitude.
I might have the attitude. And I
Not
need the
his
drugs.
attitude. You don't throw people under the bus and tell them they're lying when you cheated. That's not you.
No, I didn't. Well, you guys, I do need to confess.
Oh.
It is an electric bike.
Yeah, we know that.
So when I go uphill, I do turn it on.
So maybe you are the cheating part of Lance Armstrong.
Well, I just confess. I confessed my
Took
sins.
you long enough. Took you long enough.
I am hauling 100 pounds of children and usually groceries in the back of that bike. I deserve the throttle up the hill.
You are. Plus, I think he got his redemption. He was on that show, like where they're all like Marines or something, And I'm like, but I think he was on that. No, was he on the Mars show? He was on the Mars show, which I never watched. Like fake, fake going to Mars of celebs. I'm like, no, I'm good. So it was out this summer, I swear, or not this summer, maybe like March, because the Tom Tom Schwartz was on it.
Sounds like a show I do not need to watch. So
I didn't watch it. I didn't know, no desire. And now that the Martians have come here and we know that, why do we need to watch a show where they go there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're past that. So
past it.
What's going on?
That's okay. So for me, well, what can I tell you? Well, I'll tell you the thing on my mind. My grandmother did pass away. So I just want to just say, amazing woman, Pauline Mills, 89, just right around there, 10 kids. I'll tell you, because this is like, so she had 10 kids. She had, or has, still has them, 27 grandchildren.
Okay.
And
more than doubled.
And 18 great-grandchildren.
Counting.
And then she like adopted a whole, like, she got adoptive kids as well too, like that she just took on as her own. Anyhow, amazing.
Because she had so much time to then adopt children too. God, right? She's a saint.
She's a saint, and literally, she till the moment she couldn't really speak, she could list off exactly the order of everyone and when they were born. Everyone on that entire list. Yeah. Anyhow, so it's been an interesting time. It's like the circle of life. It is that. It's really that. But I feel like she's the Betty White of our family. And so if you're going to go, which we're all going to go, guess what? No one gets off this train going, and you get to be the conductor for life. No. She kind of did the Betty White route where she just got to live a full life and do her thing. And so that's really exciting. So anyhow, to my grandmother, that's what I got.
To your grandmother.
Yep.